Okay, it's finally arrived, the brand new Acebeam X80. Up to 25,000 lumens from this flashlight. Just excellent, excellent. Real quick, let's look at the LED information. So you got 12 Cree XHP 50.2 LED emitters. You got 2 Cree XPE2-R2 630 nanometer LEDs, red. 2 green Cree XPE2G3 530 nanometer LEDs. 2 blue Cree XPE2-B4 475 nanometer LEDs, and 1 Nichia 233A 365 nanometer LED. So basically you got 12 white, you got 2 red, 2 green, 2 blue, and 1 UV. All right, comes with a 5-year warranty. This is the side of the box. Comes in really nice packaging. A lot of you people have already have Acebeams. A lot of you might have seen my video with a K70 here. That usually comes in really nice brown box, but usually it's not a box like this. This is definitely an upgrade for Acebeam. We have the 6000K version here. Real quick, let's look at the runtimes. All right, so you have ultra low, 80 lumens for 52 hours. Wow, that's an incredible amount of time in case you had a light out situation and needed to tail stand this. That's really good. Let's see, so you got turbo, which is 11,000 lumens for 3 minutes, and then it drops to 4,000 lumens for 1.5 hours. Turbo max, 25,000 lumens, then drops to 4,000 lumens, so 1 minute on 25,000 lumens, and then it'll drop to 4,000 lumens for 1.3 hours to protect the flashlight. Strobe, 5,000 lumens for 3 hours. High is 5,000 to 4,000 lumens. 20 minutes on high, 5,000, and it'll drop to 4,000 for 1 hour. Mid, 2,500 lumens for 3 hours. Low, 800 lumens for 8.5 hours. Red, 270 lumens for 9 hours. Green, 350 lumens for 10 hours. Blue, 170 lumens for 6.7 hours. And UV, 2 lumens for 17 hours. You can also see the beam distances, so 332 meters for the white, 30 for the red, 32 for the green, 25 for the blue, and 15 for the UV. Now, it's 1.2 meter impact resistant, and it can go up underwater up to 30 meters, which is amazing. Most of the flashlights on the market are 2 meters. Now this, just to let everyone know, it is not a diving flashlight, so you would not want to push the button underwater. But should you drop it in water or jump in water unexpectedly, you should be good up to 30 meters. So pretty amazing. Let's see. All right, let's open it up and see what we got here. It's got a really nice box. It's got a little magnets here. Actually clips it there, so pretty neat. Really nice packaging. All right, first off, we got a warning about lithium-ion batteries. So really important, especially if people that don't know much about them, how to take care of them and make sure you're safe. So important for you guys that are new to flashlights, this quality. Warranty card, again, 5-year warranty. Very nice. All right, got the, let's see what we got in here. I gotta be careful. Now this light was loaned to me by Sunlight Products, a new company on eBay, and they're going to be giving me more flashlights from Acebeam in the future to review, so I'm really excited about that. So I gotta be careful with the packaging here. All right, so you got 2 O-rings, and you have a really nice lanyard, pretty similar to the K70's lanyard. Really nice, adjustable. Seems really sturdy, like that. All right, let's put that aside. Then you got the instruction manual. Got all the details there. And again, the Runtimes, we just went through all those. So, really good. And operation. So we'll go through the operation here shortly. All right. Now the flashlight. Let's see. Well, inside the box, you just have one of these moisture barrier protectors. All right, we'll put that aside. All right. Lanyard. You got your standard. You got the Velcro, and you can also slip the belt through. Very good holster. My K70 also has a very nice, well-built, sturdy holster. So Acebeam is doing an excellent job with those. Let's take the flashlight out and see what we got here. Wow, look at that. Amazing. So the Acebeam X80. And you got a warning. This thing will get hot if you have it on max, so be careful. It gets hot up here, not so much if you hold it back here, but I have not run it for over a minute on a high, probably just 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You do have an attachment for your lanyard, so let's show what that would look like. And it also folds away, which is nice, so you wouldn't have to... There you go. So you attach that to your wrist or whatever and adjust it how you want. And that way, if you suddenly dropped it, you're not going to possibly damage your flashlight, even though it is supposed to be 1.2 meter impact resistant. But still, flashaholics like myself, we don't like breaking our flashlights or damaging them. Okay, so there's no tail button, but there is the user interface is here. We'll go through that in a minute. You got some kind of little vent here. Let me see if I can zoom the camera in. Right there you go. It says don't block, so I'm assuming that's an vent of some sort to vent out hot air or whatever, because this thing does get hot when it's running. And this is, again, we just showed you for the lanyard, but if you take this out, you can also mount this on a tripod. So this whole thing comes out, and again, it tells you what size it is, 1/4 inch. So we'll just put that back for right now. Trying to make this review a little quicker than my previous ones because I tend to be long-winded, so I apologize, guys, but I really like to go through all the details for you guys. Okay, so you can see in the middle there's the 2 red LEDs, and then in the very middle is the UV, and the other 4 is the 2 green and 2 blue, and of course you got the white LEDs all around the outside of it. But I like the size. I mean, if you just hold this in your hand, it just feels good, and it's not overly bulky. You know, like my K70. I love my K70, but it's, I mean, let's admit it. It's a big flashlight. You know, I mean, it's a big thing to have to carry around with you. I mean, it's really large. I love it because it's an excellent thrower. Probably one of the top 3 on the market as of right now. But you know, that with the flashlight world, that might change next week. But I just wanted to show you, so I have a Skyray, a 7 LED Skyray that I've had for a long time, just to compare the size for like a Coke can type flashlight. So a lot of you might be familiar with the Skyrays, but that gives you just an idea and comparison of the sizes. But I'm telling you guys, this feels really awesome in your hands. Just the way you grip it, it's really awesome. I really like this. First thing I noticed when I picked it up, and even my wife liked the way it felt, which is amazing because she's not into flashlights whatsoever. So pretty awesome. All right, let's go through the... Oh, one other thing here I wanted to show you. It does have a battery indicator, which I really love on flashlights. Some people don't like them. I do. It's green, you're good to go, and red, you need to charge it. So pretty simple. The light does stay on the entire time, so it'll tell you exactly what your battery level is the entire time you're operating it, unlike some other flashlights, which I really do like. This model, the X80, I'm going to provide a link on the bottom for where you can pick these up, because I think Sunlight Products is probably one of the first, I think it is the first company in the United States to have this model available for sale. And their model does come with a battery, so we're going to take this apart real fast. The head unscrews here. Really smooth threads. If you are familiar with Acebeam flashlights, they are really top-notch. The build quality is amazing. Look at that, I believe that's a gold-plated spring. Very nice threads. Let's check the O-ring. It's got a pretty thick O-ring. I mean, you'd have to have a pretty thick O-ring for it to be up to 30 meters submersible, so it's got to be pretty good. Like the K70, it's batteries are inside a carrier. Like I said, Sunlight Products, their version does come with the batteries. So they're Acebeam 3100 milliamp hours IMR 18650 batteries. 4 of these inside the carrier. And we'll look at the bottom. Nothing really to look at in the bottom. I don't really have a... Let's see if I can get a light down shine there for you. Sorry, I don't get that on camera. Nothing in the bottom. No, I was kind of surprised there was no spring in the bottom. I don't know if that's really going to matter a whole lot, but you know, a lot of times if you have the double spring, that really helps out as far as you know, batteries and bouncing around and things like that. And it doesn't matter which way you put it in, so you're not going to have to worry about, oh my gosh, I didn't put it in the right way. It's the same as the K70 if you're familiar with that light or a light like that. Again, you can hear that threading it in. It's smooth. Very, very smooth, which I really like. All right, so let's go through the user interface. So if you hold it for a couple seconds, I'm going to try to aim this at the wall. Now I'm using an iPhone 6 to record this video, so the camera will probably adjust because of the brightness when I especially hit the 25,000 lumens. But right now we're going to start out ultra low. And ultra low again is 80 lumens for 52 hours. So you hold it for like a second and it comes on. I'm blinding myself even though it's only 80 lumens. So that gives you an idea. And this is, again, it's really useful. You know, if you've seen some other videos, I like flashlights where in case of an emergency, there's no power, you need light at night, you can just easily tail stand this. And again, 80 lumens for 52 hours. It lights up the room very well. You can pretty much move around, see everything you need, no worries. All right. Now, ultra low is the only mode that's not memorized, so you have to hold it for 1 second to go into ultra low. If you just push the button real fast, you go to, this should be low, which is 800 lumens. And then you have to hold the button to go to the next one high, and then you release it when you get there, and hold it again for high. That's 5,000 lumens right now. And again, the camera's going to adjust because it's so bright. Double tap, turbo, and again, turbo is 11,000 lumens. And again, the camera's not going to do it justice because it's going to auto adjust because of the brightness. And let's see if I can get that to... Trying to get it to... It's supposed to be 2 clicks for turbo, and then 2 clicks for max turbo, which sometimes it doesn't want to work with me, so bear with me, please. There we go, 25,000 lumens, and you can see it whited out the camera because it's intensively bright. And you can feel the warmth. The warmth is mainly right here. You definitely have some good heat vents, or venting here on the light. You can also see the green light for it's saying the battery right now are okay. I'm going to turn this back off. But we're going to take this outside. We're going to do some beam shots. Now I've had the pleasure of being able to play with this a little bit. I have taken it outside, and I'm going to tell you, it lights up the backyard like the sun. And no pun intended with the company that let me borrow the flashlight, Sunlight Products. They are located here in the US, so that's fantastic. You don't have to worry about waiting for it to come from China. And now again, I'll have a link below for that. But anyway, we're going to take this outside, do some beam shots. But for overall impressions, just really love this light. It's really nice. I guess I got some moisture in here because it's fogging up a little bit. But that will go away. So we'll take it outside next and we'll do some beam shots. And what I'm going to use probably for comparison is I'm probably going to use like a 1,000 lumen flashlight, like my Nightcore MH27. And I still have my Phoenix LD75C. Really love this light. 4,000 lumens, 4,200 max, but it's a little white LED with a color LED, so I don't really count that. We'll use 4,000 lumens of the main white emitters. And you know, I really like the Phoenix LD75C, except for 2 things: the lanyard, which was really poor. So if you can see, I actually put a Nightcore on my Phoenix. I had a spare one. And the holster, which is really flimsy. So I really like that the X80 comes in a really sturdy holster. And it's not a bad holster. It easily goes in there. And again, like if you saw my K70 video, you want to protect it, you can just leave it like that, ready to go. So again, you're protecting the face of the flashlight from getting scratched or damaged. So, all right, guys, let's go outside and do some beam shots. Okay, guys, sorry for the delay. I totally forgot to show you in the first part of the video 3 things. I forgot to show you the color LEDs, big part of the flashlight, strobe, which is runs for 3 hours at 5,000 lumens, and also the lockout feature, which also has a pretty neat feature in itself, which I'll show you here shortly. And as you can see, the condensation that was on the front of the lens of the flashlight is gone. We're in a really cold house, and this thing puts out 25,000 lumens, a lot of heat, probably got a little condensation, but that's all gone. It was on the outside of the lens, so no worries or issues there. Anyway, let's get to the color LEDs so I can show you those. So you just click to turn it on. This is low, and you're going to hold it down to cycle through and release when you want to get to the mode that you want to be in. So hold it down here, medium, high, red. Okay. You can see the 2 red emitters there, as I love blinding myself just to make sure you guys can see it's got 2 red LED emitters. We'll go to the next one, green. Again, 2 green emitters. Go to blue, 2 blue emitters. And the next one is UV or ultraviolet, and that's the LED that's in the middle. Not very bright, it's only 2 lumens, but at night it lights up everything like a black light really, really well. The kids and I really had fun playing around with this. So it also could be really good for forensics. That's not something I do, but for professionals, it could definitely be something that you would you could use. I put this little orange box there because you can kind of see the UV light affects the orange box, even though it's kind of bright in here, but you can see it's working. All right, and I'll hold it down and go back to low. And again, if you just hold it down, it just cycles through. You just release it whenever mode you're ready to stop at, and that's it. Okay, now strobe. Strobe again is 5,000 lumens, but it's accessible whether the flashlight's on or off. So if it's in the off position, you just quickly press the button 3 times, and you go to turbo. And as I blind myself just to show you, it is really, really bright, and I'm sure quite effective. All right, now from the on position, if you're on whatever mode you're in, whatever color you're in, again, just click it 3 times. Go instantly to strobe, and then click it again to turn it off. Okay, the lockout feature. Really good feature, especially for safety if you have children or don't want someone messing with your flashlight. Really nice feature. I like it, especially if like in your holster, or maybe if you're storing it somewhere and you're afraid the button might accidentally get hit. It won't turn on and burn up your bag or whatever it's in, because again, this thing puts out 25,000 lumens, so it gets hot. So, all right, to do the lockout feature, you just hold down the button until you see 2 quick flashes. All right, 2 quick flashes, push the button, it's locked out. But what I did discover is if you push, when it's in lockout, if you push the button, the battery indicator still lights up. So that's a really nice feature, just because if you, let's say you forgot it was in lockout or didn't realize someone put it in lockout, someone else is using the flashlight besides yourself, and you picked it up and you're thinking, man, oh man, my batteries are dead, or the flashlight's not working. Well, this tells you it is working, it's just in lockout. I also imagine if your batteries were low and you just wanted to check your battery voltage, knowing that you left it in lockout, if you pressed it, it would show green for good to go and red if they were low and needed to be charged. So really cool. I like that feature that you can tell it's in lockout without guessing. So, and again, to reverse that, you just hold it down till it does 2 quick flashes. Okay, 2 quick flashes. Okay, so again, sorry for the delay. I know you guys on the edge of your seats to get out there and see what this thing does outdoors, because again, I think this is the brightest flashlight of this size that I'm aware of. 25,000 lumens in the size of like a soda can. Amazing. And I call it like a little sun in my hands. Now, I'm not using any pun because Sunlight Products was the one that let me borrow this flashlight to do the video on it. But I can't think of anything else to call it because it's so bright. I mean, 25,000 lumens from 12 white emitters in a flashlight this size. Now, of course, it's a flutter. You can see it's not very deep, but It says it's what, 332 meters of beam distance, and trust me, it does about that, and it lights up everything. Some of you guys have seen the X45 by Acebeam, which is really, really bright, and some people are blown away by how much that lit up. This thing does double that, so you're going to love it. So without any further ado, let's get out there and do some night beam shots. And I'm sorry for the delay, guys. I'm not a professional. I'm trying my best, so thank you for bearing with me. Let's go outside. Okay, we're outside now. I have two flashlights with me. I have the Night-Core MH27, which I believe is good for 462 meters. I'm going to have it on max, 1000 lumens. I was planning to use the Sky Ray because it's the closest flashlight I have as far as dimensions and size, like a soda can size, and a bit floodier of a light. But unfortunately it's been raining off and on, and as you might know, the Sky Ray, the button is not waterproof. However, of course, the X80 is, and so is the MH27, so no issues there. And I do have my camera in a waterproof case, so it's been interesting, but we're going to go ahead and film that. So this is the MH27. Now, as you can see, the MH27 is a thrower, and it has an outer circle, as you can see when you walk around and so forth. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Ace80 on low. And you can still see the Night-Core, you can still see the outer side of the beam. Of course, you got the tighter beam in the middle, but you can see the outer side of the beam. The Acebeam's on low, 800 lumens. Now we're going to go to medium. Alright, now you can see the Night-Core. You can still see the outer ring, but it's starting to fade a little bit. We're going to go up to the next level, high, on the X80. Alright, now it's really starting to disappear a bit. But you can still see it out there in the trees because, again, it's a thrower, so it's got a tighter hot spot. Now I'm going to put the X80 on turbo, and then I'm going to put it on turbo max and walk out there and compare the two. So here we go with turbo, 11,000 lumens on the X80. There we go, 11,000 lumens. You can see the hot spot, or the outer circle of the MH27 is pretty much gone now. And if I can get this, sometimes the mode's been tricky for some reason to get to turbo max, but it's supposed to be another double click, so let's try that now. And it did the same thing. Sometimes it does this. I'm not sure if I'm just not getting it right or what. So bear with me for a minute here. Alright, there we go. Max, 25,000 lumens. I'm going to walk out there and we'll see what this looks like. Remember, the MH27 is in my left hand, the X80 is in my right hand. Okay, here I'm using the strobe, guys. It's really bright, but I think it's actually overpowering the camera, so don't think it's doing it justice, but it's really bright. Okay, so also when I walked out there, had it on 25,000 lumens. Hopefully you got to see the difference between the beams of the MH27. A little bit throwier of a light, of course, but doesn't have as much spill, of course. And the X80 is an excellent flutter, pretty much lights everything as I think you could see on camera. I also showed you the strobe, and I showed you the different colors. The last color that you saw was the ultraviolet, which of course it's only 2 lumens, so you're not really going to see that much. But trust me, as I said in prior, the UV inside the house at night lights up everything just like a black light. It's really works well. Shows you all kinds of interesting things on your surfaces of your house, your walls and floors that you would not see normally without a black light. So it's definitely a fun mode, like I said. Just so you know, this does get hot when it's at 25,000 lumens. It does get warm, so if you're planning to use it and play around with it and have fun with it, definitely you might want to think about having a glove with you. Not trying to do the Michael Jackson thing or anything, but would be advisable because it does get hot. You know, 25,000 lumens generates a lot of heat, guys. So I really appreciate you watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave comments and subscribe. And if you're interested in the X80, as I said, the company that loaned me this light, Sunlight Products, an eBay seller located in the U.S., the links will be below in the video. I know they have them in the U.S. I know when I checked yesterday, because I actually tried to film this last night, but with rain and I had all kinds of issues. The camera kept crashing, kept raining. It wasn't fun, but I got it done tonight for you guys, so I'm happy about that. But anyway, as far as yesterday, they had several of the X80s in stock with the batteries in the United States. And when I looked, there was 2 other sellers that had them, but they had to come from China, Hong Kong. So same price too, from what I can imagine. So, and from what I'm told, Sunlight Products will be an authorized Acebeam retailer soon. They're just waiting for the paperwork to say so. But I've been told it's on their way, so after that, as far as I understand, if they told me correctly and I'm saying it correctly, they will help you honor the 5-year warranty should you have any issues. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. I'm looking forward to my relationship with Sunlight Products as far as them sending me more flashlights to review, which is awesome because I really love flashlights. I'm a flashaholic, and if you've watched this video this long, you are one too, whether it may be admit it or not. You're definitely a flashaholic. So anyway, you guys have fun, and guys, take care. And I look forward to doing more videos. Sorry for the delay, but I had a lot of things going off and on, but I hope to have some more popping out soon. So take care. Thanks again for being here for this long. Really, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Take care.